tell me about Krampus, and that's how my mom would say it, Krampus, but that's not how it's said. How's it said?
Krampus. I think it's pretty close to what
good.
you just said. Yeah.
What's it about?
It's about a family who's trying to have a good Christmas. They're in a bit of a rut. They're kind of a dysfunctional family, and they have relatives in town visiting for Christmas, and out of nowhere they start being terrorized by these crazy supernatural creatures and that are trying to kill them, and they're just trying to save themselves and their children from being torn apart into little bits.
Krampus, the character, is based on an ancient Austrian folkloric kind of evil, half-hooved, I don't know what he is actually, character. And in the similar vein of Santa Claus, who comes to bear gifts for those who've been good throughout the year, Krampus comes and kind of gives you the gift of terror if you've been a little naughty.
Now, are you aware of Krampus and the legend before you started this?
Vaguely, but I certainly learned a lot making the movie about Krampus and what a badass he is.
So this is probably the most original concept for a holiday movie that I've heard in a really long time. I mean, it's not based on anything other than a legend, and I have to wonder, in the current environment, how in the world did you get it made?
Dark magic. I don't know. No, I've had a great relationship with Thomas Tull and John Jashny over at Legendary for a long time, and they definitely are open to doing original and different ideas. I don't think they jump on bandwagons. They like to start new ones, and I'll never forget. I finished the script with my writing partners, Todd Casey and Zach Shields, and called up Thomas one night, and I said, I have a new horror character for you. And we have experienced a certain amount of success from Trick or Treat and Sam and cornering Halloween. And so when I sort of explained to him what Krampus was and sort of the dark origins of Christmas, which is something that we all assume is cheery and light and wonderful, he stood up and took notice.
It's really hard to get the balance between comedy and horror correct. And I think from what y'all were saying, it's going to be more of just funny situation, and then evil comes in. It's not so much joke a minute.
But it's also not like, it's not like a big blanket comedy. It's a character-driven kind of dramatic piece, really, that has incredibly hysterical moments. And in a way, you could be watching the movie and not even have an idea that it's going to become a horror film. And in reading it, that's what excited me, because it was just, you couldn't quite categorize it. It dabbled in so many different areas without confusion, and it was very cohesive and very exciting to read something so original.
Tony mentioned that you didn't let them see the Krampus before they were actually there ready to go. What was the thinking behind that?
Well, I wanted to hold back on letting them see the creatures, and not just Krampus, I mean all the creatures. They were not allowed to see them because I wanted to wait until we could get a real, genuine reaction on camera. Versus, it's like if you did a digital creature, they're reacting to a tennis ball and a stick or a guy in a mocap suit. But when I'm actually attacking Toni Collette with a killer doll puppet, those screams are real.
How's the creature look? I mean, you said it was all practical effects. How does it look?
Pretty amazing. I mean, I think Weta, it's definitely their wheelhouse to be creating these elaborate creatures, and to see them go all out. It's going to be so scary and fun to see audiences take this in.
So you're thinking holiday tradition in the vein of It's a Wonderful Life, perhaps?
Yeah, just a little less uplifting.